look, I mean, people always say that I'm the police and I'm the feds and all
I've
these
heard
types.
that a million times.
You heard that a million times. But one thing I can tell you, I mean, number one, I've never worked with the police, never cooperated with the police. There was one time the feds tried to get access to a video that we had already taken down, and we fought it. I spent like $10,000 in lawyers, and I refused to cooperate, and they tried a subpoena, and the subpoena wouldn't go through, and ultimately it was never used in that particular case, which unfortunately the person was found guilty anyways. But I remember in the tax stone situation, you know, because me and him had been friends and we've been cool for a while. When I heard about the situation, I called him and I said, "Are you okay?" He said, "Yeah." I said, "Cool. I don't want to hear nothing else." And from a whole year passed from the moment the shooting happened to the point where they finally actually arrested him. That whole year, we had hung out a bunch of times. We had talked on the phone. We talked in person. We did multiple interviews. I would never even think to ask him about the situation. Because I'm like, I have no idea what recording devices might be around. I don't want to involve myself in this case. I don't want to have someone say, "Oh, Vlad talked to him about this situation at this location on this date." I didn't know who was wearing wires.
Of course not.
Nothing. I was just like, "Are you good?" That's it. I don't want to hear nothing else. In fact, we even had an interview that we did right before he got arrested that we just never put out. Because I was worried there might be something in the interview that could somehow be used in the trial.
Sure.
So it's like, it's crazy to me why me being a non-criminal, I don't have a criminal record at all. You know, I mean, I got arrested for little things and suspended license, whatever, but I don't have any actual criminal record. I'm not going to talk to anyone, but someone who does have a criminal record gets on the phone and talks about how you just saw a shooting and name the shooter.
Ridiculous. On my case with Giuliani, I was a lead defendant. I had 15 co-defendants. One guy was a union guy. In the opening statement, the prosecutor mentions him. Several weeks, several months we were on trial. They don't mention this guy ever again. That's it. Case is just about over, going to the jury. I just met him on their trial. I never knew him. You know, RICO, you can meet your co-defendants the day you're arrested. You don't even know who they are. And I said to him, "You're going home." They never even mention your name, since every jury don't even know who you are. They think you're a lawyer, right? Last day before it goes to the, closing arguments, the prosecutor plays one tape. This guy is in the office, okay, with a bunch of people, and he says, "Listen, what we're doing here is a crime. If this place is bugged, we're all going to jail." He gets convicted. They give him 7 years based upon a 3-minute tape, his own voice.
Yeah.
Now, why say something like that?
Look, I was talking to Taxstone's lawyer throughout this whole process, and after he was found guilty. Now, he beat the murder case, but he got caught. They convicted him of manslaughter and a gun case, and he's facing 25 years. With 6 years already served over the gun case, so 19 years worst case. But yeah, it's a very long time. A very long time, especially someone who's, I think, in his mid-30s or something of that sort. But he said the thing that really put the nail in the coffin was Taxstone had a phone in his jail cell in Rikers Island. And at one point, he just got a little too comfortable with that phone, and they managed to intercept some of the text messages. And some of the messages they intercepted had him admitting to certain parts of the crime. And he said that, I guess he ran into a jury member and he asked him, and the jury member was like, "Yeah, the rapper who took the stand, he was full of shit. And yeah, some of this other, because no one really, there wasn't like a real good set of witnesses, and there was no actual camera footage, clear camera footage of what had happened." But he said that once those text messages got to the jury, and in his own voice, basically the person who's being accused is saying what happened, they said that it was an impossible thing to get over.
Yeah. Well, listen, you talked about Trump earlier. I think what hurt him in this civil case were some of the statements he had made earlier.
Yeah, he just lost a $5 million civil case.
Yeah, and they said he's capable of doing these things because he had talked about it, and they had him on tape. I mean, those things come back to haunt you, man. Come back to haunt you. You got to be careful.